Good. We live there. We live. You hear me? It's so nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck bitch, get in. Fuck bitch with a bitch. Take it over, nigga. Let me make you feel. They want to cloud through the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to survive. I'm a ticket for the ride. Every nigga on the ride, boy. They gon' speak on the vibe. It's over, nigga. Come on, look at where it is. They want to cloud through the zone. That's the way it is. I'm wrapped out. Tell them watch them out. You know we gon' make it block. I'ma walk in time. My whole virus. You niggas like TikTok. Yeah. Take what you want, I'm throwing it out. We make niggas hit the clock in without so fire, rain, brimstone. They gon' think that you live a lot. We ain't got no bitch, we run it all. We gon' make you pick a spot. We now keep on the door, so let us in. So you know we gon' pick the locks. We get them deal for real. Every day, while y'all just say watch. We making enemies on foot stores. I know nothing about the optics. Yeah, one time when I rock out, I'm like dealing with a swing shots. I'm putting attachments on everything. Y'all want me connected out. This drum got 50 unreleased hits. Don't wanna be the next to drop. I put them in a box and make that shit double wood. You don't wanna be the next to flop. Yeah, niggas feeling themselves. Get a shovel, tell them to take the plot. Can't fix you with your man's in it, just tell them get a bigger box. Like I'll put you in one and knock you out one. Call him my nigga knock. I'll put your song on, cut it on you, and they tell you that shit was hot. That shit was hot. It's so nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck bitch, get nigga. Yeah. Fuck bitch with a bitch. Yeah. Take it over, nigga. Let me make it clear. They want to cloud through the zone. That's the way it is. Oh my gosh. Come on, let's go. It is. I'm about to certify. Whole ticket for the ride. Every nigga on the ride. They gon' pick up the vibe. Bitch, over, nigga. Come on. Don't care where it is. They want to cloud through the zone. That's what it is. It's so nigga. Coming to niggas and boss. So when niggas that is one time. Always with your coach. They point shoot bitch for it. Red nigga gift for it. Got the niggas say the wish for it. You win so a business. Can't stop to the zone loud. I don't think you can preach. You come on my hand, I'm giving them name. The preacher give a scripture. Flow cold salvation. Niggas switch to the mission. Got the on your roof, Merry Christmas. Bring him in slave yard. Got the block like the fucking loop. People sick like double dope. Next door, I'ma let it up. Call him gun hollering. So my main bitch let it boom. He a proof, I'ma need a proof. Got strikes like a beat too. Hit his ass like a Louisville. Hit him low, then I hit him high. Bring him home to the umpire. Give him balls like Wi-Fi. Turn the booth to a bonfire. Little bitch, I'm a live wire. Live wire like a cloud. It's so mine when I ride by. It's over, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck bitch, get in. Fuck bitch with a bitch. Take it over, nigga. Let me make it clear. They want me cloud through the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to survive. Whole ticket for the ride. Every nigga on the ride. They can speak on the vibe. It's over, nigga. Come on, don't get where it is. They want me cloud through the zone. That's the way it is. I heard they coming from blood. I'ma be coming from home. Give me a flow. They better come with a mouth. I'ma be making it cold. Nigga, I'm broke. Fuck that hammer like gold. Following my eyes in the road. Following my fold. I'ma be behind these lanes. Can't tie my road. I'm in the heat. Trying to get back in the streets. Trying to get back on my feet. That's how I read. Check how we give in the east. Wait till my thoughts are released. Heard he was asleep. So we gon' take him up. Put him up in the sky. I'm gon' take him up. Gon' let anybody next to him. I was a fake and I ain't never changing up in my soul. Hitting my cellular phone. Something will let me go. I take a scout up. He on the person in the house. Only if you're that strong. I'm at the dog. Better get Benny King. I but I ain't head on my piggy break. He was shit. When we see everything, keep pretty free. Symphony that ain't sing. Yes, sir, Ski. Hey, clap it up, man. Watch Hey, listen, man. That was Danya Allah, Captain Cod, Captain Tower War, man. That album is not top 3, man. You know what I mean? It's not top 3 because it's top 1. You did. I said, well, how you supposed to say this shit? I'm saying it all wrong. Top 3 is not 2. Yeah, it's top 3. It's not 2. It's not 2 and it's not 3 either. You did? That's top 1 to me, man. That album going crazy. That's Danya Allah, man. He put it on for One West, man. Right, real shit, man. He going crazy. Yeah, two of one of the hardest spitters on there, man. Shout out all my rappers in the UBK. I'm gonna shout out my handful. Shout out Captain Kataza, you know what I mean? Officer Dawada, Captain Ka, Captain Tar War, Officer Danya Allah, you know what I'm saying? Officer Natazab, Officer Yawasab, Captain Kwamwal, Officer Regalia, all the rappers, you know, Habana in Houston, you
You know what I'm saying? Shout out. I heard Ariel rapping now. Ariel rapping, Officer Not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Shout out all the rappers going crazy for One West. You know what I mean? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Of course, you know it's that weekend, man. Fire weekend. Give that a hand. You know what I mean? That's in Chicago going crazy. Chicago doing a damn thing right now, man. I'm sick about it. I'm gonna be strong. You know, because Scripture said endure hardness. The scriptures say endure hardness, man. So I'm gonna be strong, man, about it. You know what I mean? But they out there in Chicago having a good time, man. This is fire weekend, barbecue weekend. They going crazy. I already know it. We're gonna get into a few topics, man. I'm gonna give you some go into a few things today. Of course, you know, homosexuality is running rampant. You know, Tiger is running rampant. I heard Tiger out there going crazy, man. Tiger over there just being a stereotype, man. Right. Tiger on some bullshit. He on some bullshit. Nah, he on some bullshit. It's all right. You know what I mean? That's what he do. He bullshit. I'll go over a few things, man. But the first thing I want to get into, man, is you know, a lot of people online and and I know this is with a lot of people. I'm starting to see it with men. It used to be with a lot of women, but I'm starting to see with men too about this thing called happiness and what happiness is and when people think how your life should be about being happy, man. And I understand the notion of wanting to be happy. You get what I'm saying? And in a good spirit and a good mind, but it's not very manly to want to be happy all the time. Remember that song with Pharrell? Oh, right. I'm so happy. Good. Now I can't sing Cass. That was a real coon song. Though. Right. That was the coonest song ever. You want to say something, Shadow? Right? Yes, like I was thinking that song. I'm happy. Yeah. Like it was very coonish. It was very, you know, it's very. They said after he made that song, he lost his life force. He started looking old. He was. That's what they said. That's what they say. That was hilarious to me. Go ahead. Sunken place. He was in the sunken. Oh, for sure, he was in that sunken place. Teacup going crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I want to break it down because I know the title might grab you as I don't want you to be happy. No, not at all. I want you to be happy. I want you to get everything you want to get. I want you to win because I'm not a hater. I want everyone to win. But I don't think it's very healthy to want to be happy 100% of the time in life. You know what I'm saying? I think what builds character and what builds a man, I'm gonna let you get on in 1 second, is storms. Right. Storms build a man. You know what I mean? Character is built through adversity. So if you don't have no adversity, you're always happy. What happens when you're not happy? What happens then? You know what I'm saying? How you gonna raise a child to be happy all the damn time? I mean, damn. I think children are going to be happy as for a little bit, then they grow up and start to figure out that school is not as fun. Right. Homework is not as fun. Right. You're going to start being disciplined and all these other things. How can you teach a child to be happy all the time? And like I said, I'm not against happiness, but what's wrong with being content? Right. What's wrong with being content with what you have? Content is good, right? You know what I'm saying? What you think about that, Malakma? If you want to get on it.
Like, if I could add just one thing that I want to say, right, is that thank the Lord for the eyes who became the commander in Johanna, because in here I learned, that whole thing is just, brainwashing from America, right? What's in the what is that? The lot of whatever that terminology is for America is what life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Right. So that it's the quote unquote American dream to want to be happy all the time. Right. That's what they force on us, growing up. That as long as you're happy, everything's okay. Yeah. And if you're not happy all the time, something's wrong.
And my thing is, okay, I seen this post right recently, and it was this homosexual man. You know what I'm saying? And he was saying how happy he is, and being a homosexual man and being successful and all that. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm happy," and he said he's a man who serves God. That's what's crazy. Yeah, nice. He said he's a homosexual man who's happy and serves God, right? So the question comes to me like, damn, the Christian church did a number. Right. Because how the hell you think you homosexual? Like, first of all homosexuals, the word ain't homosexual. Alternative lifestyle. The alternative lifestyle, the LGBTQ plus community, right? The people who believe in that or who live that lifestyle, they say that they know that what they're doing is against the Bible. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
They know what they're doing is against God. That's what's crazy. So for them to say that they're people who serve God, that they're he's a man of God, it just blew my mind. I'm like, wow. He said he's happy. And the cats, and this another thing, straight men, supposedly straight men who support the alternative lifestyle. They support the sodomites. So when you support, I don't think you're straight.
Right.
Am I wrong for thinking that?
Nah, I can't. You're not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's like if you support that lifestyle, that's because like what the men bring it out. Like if you support that lifestyle, it's because your spirit is in that lifestyle.
Right.
Like no, it's like if you support them, like you might as well support a drug addict because you want to be a drug addict.
That's
you know
right.
What I mean, and if you support whores because you want to be whore, like for women.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's the thing, man. Like this society, right, just has turned everything upside down and made that whole thing of wanting to be happy all the time, like has like made us like support things that aren't that are against God, that are against the Most High. You know what I mean? And that's what I was gonna go back to, Kev. Like happiness is just an emotion.
It's emotion.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes you're gonna be happy, sometimes you're gonna be mad. Like it's just the way you deal with things. And but your emotions doesn't like dictate. How do I say? Your emotions is just something you feel like that you deal with that. But it doesn't mean that
you turn it off. Huh?
It doesn't mean that um, that's something like you got to give up because you're not happy all the time.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? Like being in the truth is a hard walk. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
sometimes right. You're gonna be happy up in you. Sometimes you're gonna be mad. You're gonna be frustrated. All types of things. But you're never supposed to drive your sword.
Yeah.
Because you feel that way.
I mean, being sad is a state. Being angry is a state. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that being happy it should be over serving God. You get what I'm saying? Like you think being happy is the end all be all. Can I get one precept, man? Can I get First Timothy 6:5? You want to say something?
Yeah, because I want to add a little bit when you were talking about somebody supporting the alternative lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's like if you go to the barber shop, you're close enough, you're gonna get a haircut. You're gonna get a haircut.
Yeah.
You in there with it. I agree with it. My spirit is in agreement with your spirit.
Man, that was heavy what he just said. When I think about what you just said, that was hilarious. Because if you were agreeing with it, that means you are fucking with it.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Right. You kind of probably into that alternative lifestyle yourself. You know what I mean? Then the cat said, would you rather have a dead son or a gay son? Like that's happy. I said, well, check this out, man. Either one is horrible to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if I'm gonna have to answer your question, like, bro, I don't want neither. I don't want a dead son, but I definitely don't want a gay son. But if my son was to die, I hope he died a soldier.
I was just about to say that. If he died going out, like they say, you died like a gangster, you died like a warrior, then hell yeah for my son.
Yeah. Come on.
I want him to go like that. And I know my sons are straight.
Mm-hmm.
They bring home girlfriends since they were 15.
Yeah, come on.
So it's like, man, if he gonna fall on his sword, I mean, he might have to do that, or he gonna, be swinging and then go out.
Come on, let's read that for me.
Oh, concert. This is the book of First Timothy, chapter 6, verse 5.
Go ahead.
Perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds.
These men have corrupt minds. They think that doing these things make them the way they are. Oh yeah, I'm gay, but I'm a man of God. How you gay and a man of God? How you live an alternative lifestyle and you say you a man of God? This place is disgusting. This place is absolutely disgusting. And this is the reason why the Lord said this place is going to burn the way it's going to burn. It's going to burn at a heat so intense that your eyes is going to be sucked into your eye sockets. Keep going.
And destitute of the truth.
And they're destitute of the truth because you know why they're destitute of it? Because the truth fears demons, puts fears in demons. Like when you're talking about, listen, you get on that podium, imagine you have that podium at camp, or you on the podium at class, and you talking about certain demons that are going to be destroyed. these demons start to lash out. They're destitute of the truth. The truth is destitute. You know what I mean? For them, they don't understand no truth. They don't give a damn about what the Bible says because feelings matter more than the Bible. Because they said happiness is bigger. Happiness is better. Being happy means more to them than what God is pleased with. Right? Keep going.
Supposing that gain is godliness.
The cat said he was a successful alternative lifestyle sodomite. He said that. He said he thinks gain is godliness. Well, then God, I guess God is with Trump, Donald Trump. Then.
Right.
I guess God is with give me some more. Michael Jackson and his child molesting self, right? I guess God was with give me some more. Who these other
pastor that's molesting children?
Yeah, Eddie Long died. Right. Eddie Long was molesting boys. I guess God was with. He was rich. He had a Rolls Royce.
Right.
He had a mega church.
Right.
God is with Joel Osteen, who shut down his church during the Houston floods, right?
Right.
In 18. He shut down the church.
Somebody wasn't that also Puerto Rico had that flood?
Come on. Give me a little hurricane. Give me a little more.
What's it called? God must have been with what's his name?
Is that on the precepts? Give me verse 6 too.
But godliness with contentment is great gain.
You understand that? Being content with what you have is great gain, man. That's what the Lord said. You gotta be content with what the Lord gave you. Don't look over here and think you need to go get more things to be more godly. That's not what the Lord is about. The Lord will give you nothing and at the same time be with you. Christ grew up in the ghetto. You get what I'm saying? Didn't have nothing. Didn't have a place to lay his head. But the Lord was with him performing miracles all over the damn earth. You feel what I'm saying? Give me a little more. 1 second. Yeah, next verse.
For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain that we can carry nothing out.
Give me more. That's absolutely heavy. Give me more. Verse 8.
And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content.
Let us be content with the food and clothes we have on our back, man. That's what I'm happy about. You understand that? If I'm going to be happy about something, I'm happy that I'm alive and content with the Lord's blessings that he's gave me. Give me a little more. This is what I need right here.
Verse 9, but they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare.
Yeah, man. The Lord said, but those are people who are going to be rich. They fall into temptation and a snare. Keep going.
And into many foolish and hurtful lusts.
And into many foolish and hurtful lusts, man. That's what you fall into. Those hurtful lusts because you're trying to get some money. You know how these cats out here, how many actors put on a dress? How many comedians put on a dress?
Right.
How many cats? I seen LeBron James in a damn blonde wig trying to be a woman in a commercial. I seen DeAndre Jordan put on a wig and he's 7 foot emasculine black man. Broke his spirit, breaking the buck. That's a new breaking the buck.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That's what they did. Keep going.
Which drown men in destruction and perdition.
They drown men in destruction and perdition. Perdition is crime or sin. They drown men in those things. And that's what that cat is. He's drowned. He's drowned. Go ahead. You want to say something?
Nah, Cap, I was gonna say, you said, talking about the pastors, right? Like a couple of dollars. That what was that? Because like y'all brought it up, that pastor that here at the church that we went to battle not too long ago, right, was caught, molesting children and human trafficking and all that. Like, so God's supposed to be with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? God's supposed to be with just the school shooter in Uvalde. Yeah. Right, that went. God's supposed to be with him.
I seen where the mom said that God had mercy on him. Oh no, it was somebody else. Some brother posted where the cat said, we gotta forgive him. We gotta forgive that shooter. And if he said if that shooter asked for forgiveness from the Lord, he was accepted into heaven. I said, damn. I said, damn. This cat killed how many babies? I want to say 18. 19, 20 something, or 21. He killed 21 babies, and the cat said, well, if he accepted Jesus Christ in his heart, I don't think he's went to heaven. That's Christianity in a nutshell.
Can I add a little bit what
Go
you
ahead.
said earlier about that homosexuality with the prosperity and the money that they get?
Right.
Also Oh no, I'm thinking about they're so righteous and holy and this stuff.
Mhm.
That is out of that's straight out the Christian church.
Right.
Because it's hypocritical. They know that they know that they're not right with the Lord, but they saying that they're of the Lord. That's hypocritical.
And then also like not just the homosexual or the LGBTQ. Remember what we was talking about, but there's also the cat that there's women out there who feel like happiness is above
Right.
their marriage, or
Right.
being happy is bigger than their marriage and their kids' lives.
Oh,
You know what
so
I'm saying? And I'm gonna say a cycle that happens a lot in women's relationships. And I know they gonna hate to hear this, right? But it's such a true thing. A woman gets with a man.
right,
That man, let's say that man sleeps with another woman.
right,
She forgives him. Then he probably sleeps with another woman again. She might forgive him again. Then the third time she might break up with him.
right,
Now she moves on. But she had a child with him.
right,
So then she goes and get with another man. And he says he's different from that man and all that. He probably
Right.
is different, but he sleeps with a woman.
right,
You know what I'm saying? So he cheats on her,
right,
and then she forgives him, and then she cheats on him again. Now she breaks up with him. So she gets with another man. Now she had a baby with him.
right,
Right. So now she gets with another man.
right.
He's different, and then he does the same thing. He cheats on her again. And my question is to a woman is, when does it stop?
All the time.
When do you stop and realize? Because I know for a lot of men, they say, man, black. I was watching an interview, man, with Kevin Gates. Good Lord, Kevin Gates is a disgusting deviant. But she was like, she kept saying all black men cheat, all men cheat, and he was like, why you can't say all men? But it's like, okay, isn't it kind of almost instinctual to know that maybe a man has more of a hunger for more than just one woman,
Right,
and a woman is not naturally built to sleep with more than one man.
right,
You know what I mean? It's not naturally. Like I know women don't want to hear this, but you're indoctrinated in Western civilization and uh, Western philosophy that you
right,
believe that this man belongs to you.
right,
You get what I'm saying? But
right,
in reality, this woman belongs to the man.
right,
So I think we need to, as a whole, really have a full conversation of that, and that's the reason why you have multiple baby daddies and this and that. You know what I mean? Our
right,
relationships don't end because people are angry with each other.
right,
Relationship end because someone had sex with somebody else.
right,
You know what I'm thinking?
Right.
Right or wrong?
Right.
Yeah,
It's
right.
that is just the truth. And because America says, "Oh, he's wrong for that" and all that, you think he's a foul person. Well, this cat is probably not. He's probably a good person. You know what I
right,
mean? Now, is he sleeping with whores? Maybe because
right,
whores is what you accept. A
right,
woman accepts you sleeping with a whore. She can't accept you sleeping with another woman like herself.
Right. That's a big problem.
Come on, because now you're saying where this person's not going anywhere. You get what I'm saying? This person's not going anywhere. So now I'm upset that you actually have feelings for this person. Like you want this person to be around. Like a woman will go to a strip club with you. Like in the world, these cats go be on a strip
right.
club getting
Crazy, man.
threesome. No, let's think about it.
Yeah,
These
come,
cats go
come.
to the
Yeah,
strip
That's
club.
crazy.
They go to what's the other thing called? They have threesomes,
Swing party.
swinger, whatever. I don't know about
Yeah.
swinger parties, but they'll do these things with their man, right? They'll do it, and they'll say, "Oh yeah, But they in a woman's mind, she like, "I'm doing it because he likes whores, and this is only for this night." But imagine a man having a woman all the time; she can't handle that. So now it's a problem. You know what I mean? So now a woman has to move on with her life, and no one's blaming her to move for moving on. Now I'm talking about a regular woman, not a woman in the truth. No one's blaming her for moving on because everyone will understand that you can't endure that. You can't, it's something that's too strong for you. But it doesn't make you right either, though. Now it makes you recycled. You're a recycled woman
Right.
because you're
Right.
going to go through that again. It sucks to say that
Oh,
out
no,
loud.
no.
Like women are gonna listen. Go ahead.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
was gonna say like that's one thing that doesn't make any sense. Like you got women that got multiple baby daddies, have a like how many bodies in their lifestyle, and then they expect that man they're with to only be with them,
yeah.
to only be loyal to them. So it's like make it make sense. Like how you expect that? Like you got multiple babies. Like if anything, you should be as humble as you can.
Oh, like
Yeah.
okay, I'm in a man's mind and a woman's mind, they work totally different, right? A woman's like, I'm coming into the situation like this, and you should accept me for who I am.
Right.
And a man says, okay, I do accept you, but accept me for who I am too.
Right.
If I'm a man who want to have more than one, can you accept that? Listen, I'm accepting your kids. I'm accepting you and your multiple baby fathers. I might be the third nigga. This motherfucker. Can you accept who I am? But now, of course, that sounds outrageous in American society because you are taking on someone. But there is this though. This is where you can find a line that y'all can agree on, right? You talk about these things before y'all get together.
Right.
Because a lot of men and women, because you can't leave women out of it. Men and women might say things that they don't mean to get what they want.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
That's very true, right? A woman might say things because she wants to have sex with a man, but a man also might say things because he want to have sex with his woman so bad.
Right.
So he's trying to please her to get the thing he wants from her.
Right.
And that is very manipulative.
Oh,
it's very manipulative and it's not right to do, but it's built in lust. So when you have that lust, it's something that just has to happen because you want the sex. You know what I'm saying? And then the consequences of that sex comes later because now you're like, that was good. I like you a lot, whoop whoop, but I'm still hungry. You know what I mean? A man might still be hungry for not necessarily the sex, but another woman to conquer because men are conquerors. That's just a fact, and people don't want to understand that. When you're talking about a black man, Hispanic man, I mean, come on,
Right.
like that's who you're talking about.
So like if I could catch you real quick just to touch on to what you mentioned earlier, right?
Mhm.
About men like supporting the alphabet, what is the alphabet community?
Yeah,
A lot of them do that because they think that's gonna get them more bodies.
yeah,
That's what it is.
yeah. Like, and I don't think that you should be into um adding up multiple women for the box sake.
Oh,
Like,
no.
like if it's just for a vagina, you might just work that vagina that you have. You know what I'm saying? Like go knock that vagina that you get all the time. But you know what I mean? It has to be for something that that you can bring to these women's lives too. You know what I'm saying? Or what the woman can do for you. A lot of cats might do that. They might like they'll say, yeah, you can have these women. Can you afford these women? So that's another question. Can you afford these women? And a lot of cats get caught up in, oh man, nah, I don't know, man. I can't deal with this one because I can't afford them. And they really asking the wrong question.
Right.
You feel me? The real question is, can they afford you?
Right.
And if you're not, and as a man, if you're not saying, can a woman afford me? And what I'm saying is so cold for people because they like, this nigga got his nerve to say some shit like this. But what I'm saying is what women say all the time.
Right.
Because a woman is looking for a man that can afford her. You know what I mean? But a man should be looking for a woman that can afford him. And I'm not talking about money per se. I'm not talking about the money that she has because money can't keep a man, just like a baby can't keep a man. I'm talking about the values you have as a woman to give to this man's life. You get what I'm saying? Like, what can you add to this man's life that's worth more than money? Because money comes and goes. We're not shallow like that. We're not base like that where we're talking about money. Money is good. Money is the scriptures say money is a defense. But we're talking about the value you bring as a woman to a man, and that's what a man is looking for. More skill, more value, not necessarily money. Now, if you got it, that's great. You know, assets are great. Don't get me wrong. I'm never gonna boo that. But what I'm saying though, they are hungry for things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the things ain't always money. That's all.
Right.
But go ahead. You want to say something?
So like I just want one more thing like to touch on, what you brought at the beginning is also because you mentioned the pursuit of happiness, right?
Right.
And kind of to piggyback what you were saying, like the pursuit of happiness is the reason why there's so many broken homes.
The broken homes, and not to cut you off, but you brought up an excellent point. The broken homes are, a sign of people not caring about their children. Like the number one thing in your life after God when you're married is your little children. Those little kids. You know what I mean? Because I tell my rib all the time, like, no matter what me and you have got, what we got going on, our children deserve us. You get what I'm saying?
That is true.
Like our children deserve me and you in their life, no matter like you're mad at me, I get it. I'm mad
Right.
at you. Okay, no problem. But what we have is between us, but in front of them, they need to see that, we love each other, we're together, because kids need that. You get what I'm saying? Like
All the
kids
time. Yeah.
absolutely need that. And if you're not willing to do that, that means you don't love your kids.
All the time.
And black women, Hispanic women are single mothers, right? They're single
All the
mothers
time.
all the time. And people say because they're single mothers, they're the default lover of kids. That's not true. That is
Okay.
not true. Being stuck with kids or being with the kids all the time does not mean that you're the ultimate lover of the kids. Because we also can say you get all the benefits of a single mother. Like when I say benefits, I mean like the food stamps,
Right.
whatever,
Tax,
cash aid, the child
tax,
support. You know what I mean?
tax.
Yeah, the taxes. You get all that. Now, I'm not saying all women are like that, but there is that. And then women also been known. We did many stories on One West Radio where
Right.
women then left their kids for birthday weekend and came back to a burnt down house, or came back to a starved kid, or came back to a kid that died, or left their children in a goddamn car. We done did many of those stories. So I'm not saying women don't love their kids, but they're not the best raiser of children like a father would be. That's what I would
Right.
say. I stand on that. You know what I mean? I stand on that. Now, is there deadbeat fathers? Absolutely.
Right.
Is there fathers who can't come around because you're a ridiculous woman? Absolutely. Is
Right.
there a father who just is, who then raised the like there's fathers like this, right? It's like a father, and I don't mean too long with. I'm gonna give it right back to
Go
you.
for it.
It might be a father who he has a kid when he was younger, right? He had a
Right.
kid, and he had a kid with one woman. So that woman, I learned it from Jeremiah, and it's so true. And I'm repeating what he said. That child says, "My father is a bad father," and then he or she meets the father later on in life, and or comes in their life, in their father's life. He's like, "Wait, he got all these new kids, and he's a great father to these kids."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why is he? Wait, hold on. He's a great father to these kids. Wait, I thought he was a horrible father because I wasn't around. Then you started thinking like, what kind of mother did I have,
Right.
or why couldn't he be that father to me? And is the problem is he always wanted to be that father to you, but he never had the chance to.
Right.
He had to go start over because the person that your mother maybe, or the time of life he was in, he couldn't even be that man, and he wasn't even able to grow as that man with you. So he had to go start over. You feel what I'm saying? He had to go
All the
start
time.
over, and now he has three kids who love him, who he raised, who he's close to, and you got to sit back there and be like, hold on, wait a second, he don't love me like that, and he probably don't love you like that. Is the cold? That's the cold part.
Yeah.
Like I'm serious.
Double
What did God say about Christ? I said my only begotten son.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Who he loved the most to go die. He loved Christ more than all of them, more than all
Right.
the angels, and more. You feel me? He loved Christ the most. So you're gonna sit here and tell me that your father don't have a child that he loved, man? I got a child right now. I love a lot. I love all my children, but I got my favorite child.
Right.
It's my son. I say it out loud. I
Right.
love my son because he's my firstborn son, though. So
Right.
when you know what I mean,
Yeah, we got that.
yeah, a lot of fathers do.
The
Your
firstborn.
firstborn son is like that's you.
Right.
I bought a business. Like, I bought a.
I got a
Firstborn
first
daughter. I got listen. I got a firstborn daughter. Like, but your son. Nah, and I love my daughter. That's my little princess. I love her. She's 8 years old. She's
Right.
amazing spirit. She acts like me. I love her, but my son I love because
Right.
that's me. You feel what I'm saying? That's me. Like, golly. So, and not to say I love my children less, but it just he's my favorite because that's my son.
Right.
So it is like that, man. And it sucks for that. It sucks for I remember I grew up. I'll tell you a personal story. And because Jeremiah Muhammad said a long time ago, it was so true. I had my real father, right? And I didn't grow up with him. but then he had kids other than me that was raised up in his crib. So I would see him, I'm like, damn, this cat is. I thought he was a fucking deadbeat. He's not a deadbeat. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't a deadbeat. He just had to start all over and be a father to them. And I respect it. And as I look at it back, I look back at it and I'm like, man. My point in saying this is fathers aren't horrible deadbeats. They just want the opportunity to rule a child how in their way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They wanna be over.
Exactly.
You feel me?
You want to put it down for your rules and how you want to.
Right.
Come on, man. If you're not able to do that, then damn. Then I'll go start some other. I have some more kids. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Go ahead.
I blame America for some of that because the black man trying to
Let-
survive on his own and get at that time he had
Shut
that
her up.
baby.
The white man is the oppressor that the Bible speaks of. You understand? He is the deceiver on the face of the earth. The scriptures say, if you want to listen, give me Mark 23 and 27. We'll pull it real quick. Thank you for rocking with us on One West Radio. We just going in a little bit, you know what I mean? And I don't want nobody to ever think that I'm a woman hater. I absolutely love black women and Hispanic women. They are beautiful. I got black and Hispanic women in here all the time rocking with us heavy. You know what I'm saying? But it is our job to speak the truth, whether you like it or not. You know what I mean? And it's hard to speak the truth because it sounds like we're trying to hurt people's feelings, but no, we're not. We're trying to say what's real, and we're trying to take back our culture. Our culture is very, very important to us because no one is complaining about the Arabs. No one is complaining about the Muslims. No one is complaining about anything. So we don't belong here. And if we're living our life in America according to how we're supposed to live our life in biblically, then now people got a problem with it because it's against America philosophies. But guess what? We are against America. You understand?
Right.
But can you read that for me?
So like, okay, you said March 23.
3 and 27.
327.
Yeah, it's a bind the strong man up.
Oh.
Bind the strong man up. If you can find it, it might be 3 and 20. Go ahead, say something. Go ahead.
You know, I get mad when I watch like you saying we don't get mistaken. We love black women.
Mm-hmm.
I love black women.
Yeah.
And, you know, I get mad at commercials. Just the other day when they show like these white women on there, they're supposed to be showing beauty, and then the first thing they want to put up is an Edomite.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, damn, why didn't they put a sister up there? I want to see a sister up
Mhm.
there. You know,
Yeah,
I want
right.
to see my sister up there. You know, in front of that TV screen doing her thing on the show. And, you know, just to say a little part of it, that's a little part of the example of who I am. You know, I want to see that black woman raised up. You know, and all of her beauty because that's what she is. That's who the Most High made her.
All right, read that for me.
Okay. Book of Mark, chapter 23, verse 27.
Mm-hmm.
No man can enter into a strong man's house.
And guess what? Black men, Hispanic man, you're that strong man. You feel what I'm saying? But it says no man can enter into a strong man's house except what?
And spoil his goods.
Mm-hmm.
Except he will first bind the strong man.
He bound you up, black man, Hispanic man. He binded you up, man. Listen,
Right.
man, listen. When we say the white man is the oppressor, the colonizer, the snake above all cattle, he was the most crafty and the most subtle beast on the face of the earth. This is what we're talking about, and he did this to weaken the black home. If you could look at the black home in the 1960s, how strong was the black home?
Very strong.
Very strong. How strong was it in the 80s?
In the 80s, it started getting a little weak.
How strong was it in the 90s? Yeah. How strong is it now?
Alternate lifestyle.
I'll give it. I'll give it to you right now. They said it's coming back. That's what's crazy. They said it like black children are having a 70% increase on having parents, but 80s, 90s, like late 70s, 80s, 90s, what is obsolete? Obsolete. We're talking about fathers in the home because black man went to prison, Hispanic man went to prison, black man was on drugs, Hispanic man was on drugs. You get what I'm saying? Like these are things were happening to us because we were all full on attack. Because the white man had, excuse me, what he say? He had to go bind a strong man up. He had to bind him up. Give me 1 second. Go ahead.
And then he will spoil his house.
And then he spoiled his house, man. And what did it mean by spoiled his house? He went up into that crib. He gave your daughter. He gave his that black woman and Hispanic woman benefits. Benefits took the black man out the crib. You feel what I'm saying? Benefits was you were able to get lower rent, food stamps, cash aid. That is all replacing the black man, by the way, and Hispanic
Right.
man. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly. Subsidized housing.
So now they know that what, and you know, white. Listen, let me tell you something about the white man. You think this is subsidized housing, right? You think this is a by chance? No, he knows that the black man is the ruler of his house. He knows that the Hispanic man is the ruler of his house. So now, what do you do to weaken the home? You take the man out. The son and daughters become little gremlin to that mother.
Right.
I go slave in San Diego for a couple of days, man. My rib is killing these kids. These kids. I'm going for. You feel what I'm saying? Like she like going crazy. I'm stressed out because I'm like, I'm gonna get home. I'm going to, you know. I don't even do it. I just threaten them. I get on the phone. I got to get on the phone and say, "What did you say earlier to your mother?" Don't you ever? I gotta scold my son. He's 4 years old on the phone. so like when I get back now, everybody's on good behavior. But you see, and that's me going for 2 days. Imagine I'm in jail for a year.
Man.
You get what I'm saying?
My son used to take advantage of his little brother and call him in to use up his card. That she give him both gift cards. He uses his card and his own card. Do you know what Raymond?
And when they got to call you, right?
And I had to call him on the phone, like you said. I went through the same thing.
Now it's like, you feel me? Now I got to get on there and scold my 4-year-old son because he's acting an ass. And but listen though, how they do it? They got that man out. They got that strong man out that house. You understand? That strong man out there. So, sister, let me tell you this. Your man, listen, he might have had sex with another woman. I'm sorry about that. I know that your man probably love whores, and excuse me, but maybe he don't love whores. Maybe he want another woman, whatever. But do you really want that strong man out your house though? Like listen, it's something that you gotta think out and weigh out in your head. Do you really want that strong man out your house?
Right.
Like I know what I'm saying sounds difficult to even fathom for some women, right? That strong man is so important. He's so important to that household and them children. And listen, not everyone lives this lifestyle. Not everyone is going to be with multiple women. Some brothers is going to be with one woman, and guess what? Some brothers going to be with no women, right?
Right.
But what I'm saying is, do you want the man that you have out your crib?
Right.
Are you sure you want that? Because now you're going to deal with headaches, and then guess what? Boom. Okay, you're out of there. New boyfriend in there. How old is your daughter? 14? Oh yeah, she's getting molested.
Right.
And the man is having sex with her. And you took the protector away and brought in predators. That's just the reality of how we live our life in America. You wonder why these little whores are 18, 19 years old, whored out. They was getting whored out when they was 12. It was 13. You feel what I'm saying? They like this is the reality of our society. No one wants to talk about these things, but I'm trying to give you the truth behind both ways. Like a woman is gonna be angry and she's gonna be sad. Man, imagine a woman, she holding her brother down. He not slaving. She holding him down, working a job, paying the bills and all that. And the cat go out there and sleep with another woman. She's gonna be hurt behind that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that she ain't gonna be hurt. She's gonna be hurt behind that. But you gotta weigh out. Okay, yeah, he did that, but he a good nigga though. He a good guy.
Right.
My house is in order. My kids are going to school. He dropping the kids off, picking the kids up at the house. He might be a felon. He can't get a slave. I don't know. I'm not knowing everybody's situation, but I'm just giving an example for some things. So now a cat, he do that, whatever. That's a good brother to be in the crib. If you handling your business, right?
Right.
But now imagine he gone now. Damn. Well, this nigga don't give a damn about your daughter or your son.
Right.
Now it's his time to come in there and, do his damage, leave his mark. He gonna bring his homeboy over. His homeboy might look at your 14-year-old daughter.
Right,
I'm just saying, this is the nightmare that we live in, man.
Right.
We live in a nightmare in this place, man. We don't got no control or no power over none of that. But that's not, the things are not talked about.
Just to add to that, like you said that you brought that out, right? One thing I learned, because I have a daughter, I noticed like how much she looks for me. know what I mean? And you know, like it's attached to me, like you know what I
Yeah.
mean. And you can only imagine the psychological damage that does to children when they don't have their dad. When they're looking for their dad, they can't find their father. You know, they see their mom every day, but their dad, there's like a special bond that that child has with the father.
Come
And
on,
if he's
man.
not there, that does like that messes with the child psychologically.
Psychologically, on this level, it's a behavior thing. It's a you think your kid is being bad because your dad's not around. They're being bad because they miss their dad.
Right,
They're acting out because this is what happens when you're missing a key piece of your life.
right,
You feel what I'm saying? Like if you're missing a key piece in your life, you're like, oh, these kids being bad. No, this is how they act when the things aren't normal.
right,
You're taking normalcy away from them, and now it's strange.
right.
So like when people get divorced, the kids be so heartbroken. They be so sad. Like imagine
Nah,
being 12, 13 years old and your mother and your father divorced. You are going to be devastated. You can't even think anymore
right,
because your life normalcy is destructive. So now they expect you to go to school still and do how? I'm going to find a outlet now
right,
because I'm in pain. You feel what I
right,
mean? That's what I'm saying. Parents owe it to these children to be together forever, no matter what. Because once you decide to bring kids in your life, you decided to raise them until they don't no longer need raising. You get what
right,
I'm saying? So now by that time, you was able to fix your problems.
right,
You know what I
right.
mean? But you feel me? By that time, you able to fix your issues, right? You know what I'm saying? Now you can go in and say, "Well, damn, I was mad at you in 2019, but it's 2027. I love you to death." Good, you want to say something, Shadow Rock?
Yeah, you know, this reminds me of my oldest son. He played football.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was a middle linebacker. And me and his mama broke up for a long while. He
Right.
said he had his football gear in the front, and he said, "Dad is coming to the game."
Mm.
And she told me, well, she broke me down. She said he was waiting for you like 2 hours,
Oh my
3 hours. He
God.
was waiting with his football gear sitting on the damn stool.
Yeah, made
And
you
I
feel like
was
shit.
like, God. And there was no way. And I wanted to go back to what you was talking
Yeah.
about the man that they buying the man.
Mm-hmm.
Like once again, I blame America and I blame our
You out of
president.
slavery.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was out of they were living in Vegas. I was living in LA.
Oh, okay.
She broke up with another man, Bob.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, America puts the black man and the Hispanic man in situational bonds, like what you were saying about taking him out the house.
Yeah.
Not only do he take him out the house, he puts you in situations
Yes.
where it's impossible for you to get back with your kids. Women need to understand that.
But guess this why, Shadow
They
Rock?
really need to understand that.
Shadow Rock, this why? Because guess what? You need to survive too. You gotta live too. I got you. You gotta live too. Listen,
Can I get
America.
one more
I
in?
got you. America is a hellhole for Black and Hispanic men, and ISUBK is your only refuge, man. Like this place is your only refuge, and you know what I say it might be foreign to some, but the real feel me. You know what I'm saying? The real ones feel me, man. Like this society is built to destroy you or to conform you. You understand? And if you ain't doing one or the other, then you're in the UPK. That's just it. It's here. That was a good little test. It's either here to it's either here to destroy you or to conform you. But Shadow Rock, you want to spit something else out?
Yeah, it was one more thing. You know, they came out to visit me, right? While they were living in Vegas and all that. I had to survive. I lived in a room, and they came. Their mom expected me to take care of them, and for a couple of days, and this and that. I couldn't have no children where I lived at. That was a rule. And plus, I took them out to. Only thing I could do, we had to get on a public bus and go to Hollywood. And I showed them Hollywood a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I had no place to give them. And child support takes that from me. They don't realize that takes the man from even having a foundation where they can come and sleep and kick back, and nobody tell them they got to leave or they just can't come in.
And let me tell you this, Shadow Rock, and that's why the Lord now is giving you the opportunity to be a ruler in the nation of Israel. You understand? That is the reason why the Lord is giving you now, and that's how I look at it. The Lord is giving me an opportunity, and I hope, Lord, God forbid, I do not fail. He's giving me an opportunity at rulership where I am going to able to uphold the law and enforce the law and have power and authority under Him. Like that is our gift. That's listen. The gift for us is coming in here. Like that is the greatest gift a man can ever
Right.
have.
That's
And
right.
this is something we cannot squander because what has the UPK done for you? Gave you strength, gave you mental health, gave you the
Right.
ability to think, gave you the ability to educate and to be educated. So now we can understand life on a whole different level spiritually and learn and succeed here. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So to speak on to go back to the strong man being held up. Listen, you're fully attacked in here. Don't worry about your circumstance. Your character is written in the book of lambs through the most high and his angel who watches you. You know what I'm saying? Like that is the main thing you got to focus on. Some brothers don't never see their kids, man, and they still
Right.
serve God. You know what I'm saying? Some brothers
That's
get
right.
like me. I get the opportunity to see my kids, and I'm thankful for it. But I also know that the Lord give it to the Lord take it away. So that's why I want to be a brother who
Right.
serves God into the forever. I don't want to be a brother who gets distracted with my family so much so that he says you're too distracted. I'm gonna do something to your life so you can get focused. You get what I'm saying? That happened to Ezekiel. You know what I'm saying? So like, listen,
Man.
sometimes you gotta fight with your woman to come and serve God.
Con
That's what's crazy. Hey, listen,
Oh yeah.
you're gonna have to fight with your woman to come serve
Con
God.
con.
And that's a part of our life. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. Because that's the battle. You feel what I'm saying? That's the battle. Go ahead.
Like I was gonna say, that's why like I tell brothers, man, like you know, like, from what I learned from y'all, like, it's like any brother that's considering coming in, you're like, all right, man, you sure you want to come in? Because I'm gonna let you know right now, this is not an easy walk, man.
Yeah.
Not an easy walk. You got to be ready to battle and fight it out.
Well,
That's right.
what you said, Malakma, is so heavy. Like, you know when you see me give a brother some oil.
Con with con.
You hear what I be
That's why-
saying?
yeah, that's what I-
So
I
like
learned it
so
from Cass,
so
like,
no, I learned that from brothers over me, and it's not a joke. I'm not
Right.
trying to like make a video about it. I'm being real.
Con with
Like
con,
this
sir.
this life is it's a blessing like a motherfucker, but while you living in hell, it seems like a curse. It
No,
seems like
no.
why would you do that? Like, what are you benefited from? What is going like what is the end goal? You're gonna die like this. And listen, I might. Christ might not come back in my lifetime. It's okay. It's
Right.
fine with me. As long as I gave my life serving the Lord, that's what matters. I know my brothers in here feel the same way. That's why we're in here together and we love each other, is because we giving our life to something bigger than for a purpose bigger than us. It's for our nation. And that's what a real soldier would do. We sacrificing for our nation. Now, women don't understand that. That's why I can talk about the kid situation and all that. They don't need to understand it. They're women. But
Right.
men
Right.
have to rule. You understand? Men have to rule, and you have to be able to say, look, I'm fighting everything. This is correct and this is right. And that's that. You know what I'm saying? We got to be the people who are willing, like, the white man is going to die in Afghanistan. You know how he dies in Afghanistan? Most of them proud. You understand? Listen, proud,
Right.
proud, died proudly for their country. I respect the hell out of that. Have you ever seen Saving Private Ryan?
Oh
yeah.
yeah. If I seen that one, you ever seen the Lone Survivor?
Oh, Lone Survivor. That's a good movie. But listen, Saving Private Ryan is one of the coldest movies of brotherhood I ever seen. The white man did a good job, right?
Right.
So the white man goes. First of all, the cat loses all his brothers. Remember, he loses all his brothers,
Right. Right.
and he
Right.
loses all his brothers. He's the last brother left.
Right.
So he sends a platoon to go and find his brother,
Right.
right? And they're like, "Are you kidding me? It's like find a needle in a haystack." And guess what? They're losing brothers on the way to find him.
Right.
Remember that?
I
Yeah.
remember.
They're
Oh, yeah.
losing them. They lose, and the captain is like, he has his orders, and he's, hey, we got to go. He dies, right?
Right.
He dies, and the cat lives. He gets to go home. He lives. He gets a family, all that, and then he goes on Veterans Day. This is the coldest part.
Right.
This is the coldest. Yeah, this is the coldest
I
part
remember.
on Veterans Day. I don't know, Memorial Day or Veterans Day. He goes and he tells he takes his family, and it's like third generation. He got grandkids, and he sees his captain's tombstone.
Right.
And he sits there and he drops it and he starts crying. Right? He starts crying. And she goes, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And he goes, tell me I'm a good man. Like, because remember when he
Right.
said, he was like, live your life, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yes, did I do enough? Yes,
before he
did
died.
I do enough?
And did I earn it? Yeah. And he
Yeah.
said, tell me I'm a good man. Like, brother, that was the coldest shit ever. I was like, wow, that's how Christ felt. Like, that's how you gotta live your life for Christ. Like, that's the parallel I get between the two is Christ died for us, and now we gotta be great men. You know what I'm saying? We got, you know what I mean? Yeah, you gotta go live you gotta give up your life and live for him. So now you have to just live your life honorably now. You have no choice. Because this cat died for you. That meaning he controls you now.
Right.
You feel me? Your life isn't whatever you want to do in life don't mean nothing no more. You had to live for him.
Oh God.
And he died honorably, so you gotta die honorably.
Like in all the men that died along the way to save this dude, those was like the apostles. Those
Come
like
on,
the prophets.
exactly.
The prophets, the
They,
apostles,
you feel me?
You know,
I feel like that's where they stole it from. I feel like that's where they stole it from.
That's what you know. You know, Hollywood re-references the Bible when they come up with their scripts and stories.
All the time.
They go to the Bible.
All the
there's
time.
only one thing I can say with that being a vet myself.
Yeah.
It's the best notice from PTSD. A lot of them commit suicide. That's why they commit suicide. Did I live my best life? I feel they feel guilty
Because some people
died.
died.
When that whole goddamn unit got bombed, they got a unit called the Walking Dead, where all of them died and one survived. PTSD down, took his life.
Well, I mean, and then they love these cats. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand it, man. Like, and I cannot wait to have an army. Like, we have an army. I can't wait to go to war. Like, you know what I'm saying? If we go to war, it's like we go to war. But you know what I'm talking about. You know, I'm talking about what the Lord said. He gonna put us in. He gonna put us in a place where no man ever dwell. He gonna weaken the nation. We're gonna go to war. We're gonna take it back. We're gonna do it. You know what I mean? So, you know, this opportunity that we have as people, women, men, and to raise our children, it's an opportunity that of a lifetime. And I just want us to truly understand what we have in front of us as a people. And social media, I want to say something about social media too. Social media is such a propagandic tool to separate us. Because what you see on social media is not really true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about like how men treat women and women treat men. When real brothers and real sisters see each other, they don't treat each other like that.
Right.
It's like 10% of what really happens. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it gets recycled, and people start to think that that's how life is, but it's really not how life is. Though. I don't believe that. At least it doesn't occur in my life. That's what I would say. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Right.
Do we have to get on something else?
All right, come on. What is it? Being equally yoked.
Oh, equally yoked. Let's say that for next week. Let's say that for next week, man. You want to say anything else to close out? We got to get on that Tiger.
We can get on Tiger.
We get equally yoked next week. Tiger, man. What's good with you? What's good with Tiger, Malak? Can I speak on Tiger?
Go ahead, Cat.
Listen, man, Tiger's a loser. I'm gonna just say that from the rep, right? Tiger's a loser. You know what I mean? No one takes him serious. I don't think. You know what I mean? I've seen his music video. Can you show some clips on there or some pictures on there? He's a loser. You know what I mean? He's really a buster. Like, y'all know what a buster is? I score know what a buster is. A buster is just like a sucker ass nigga. Like, no one, like, he just like a hoe ass nigga. You know what I mean? Like, look at it. Like you slap Tiger ain't about to do shit. You know what I mean? He one of them cats. Like, he's a buster. You know what I'm saying? Show that picture. He's a chump. For sure a chump.
So like he's part of the alphabet community.
But this is what I don't want to happen though, right? This is what I don't want to happen. And I'm not gonna say the white man did it, even though he's behind everything. But I do not want Tiger's stupid ass stereotypical video to cause a divide between black and Hispanic people. Because that's what I seen happen, right?
Right.
Black and Hispanics are gonna get in a divide because of Tiger. Black people do not fuck with that. Black people do not care what Tiger did because Tiger is a weirdo and a
Right.
nutso, and no one cares about that. But what he won't do is be a tool to divide black and Hispanics. I'm rocking with my Hispanics on this one. If you're trying to be stereotypical asshole, that's not who Hispanic people are. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? I see he try to be a fat Mexican, right?
Right.
I see fat niggas all the time. And
Right.
guess what? I love them fat niggas, man. That fat Mexican nigga is a funny motherfucker. He's gonna be hilarious. He gonna crack more jokes than you crack jokes. You know what I'm saying? So for him to try to pull off and say something like, and be on that type of time, it was I'm not sure if it was culture appropriation, but it was more of a slap in the face to our culture as one. You know what I mean? Because I seen the video, I was like, you know, what are you doing? It's not even funny. You know what I'm saying? I seen like 2 seconds. It wasn't even funny to me. You know what I mean? I heard the lyrics a little bit, and I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? What he won't do is cause a divide. You know what I mean?
Right.
To the great donkeys. You know what I'm saying? To my donkeys. You feel me?
Right.
But as Judites, you got to see those type of things and be against it because imagine, let's flip it. Let's flip it, right? Imagine some Mexican rapper goes and does a video of eating, Popeyes or some shit with hot sauce on it as a big, bald black brother and saying, and I'm being in some, give me some shoes, some Chucks and some Dickies or whatever. It's crazy because black and Mexicans are damn near the same. Because that sound like I'm talking about a Mexican. Right or wrong though. But imagine you go and do that. How would we be? We'd be like, what the fuck is good with that? It'll be weird. You know what I mean? Why is this Mexican cat eating Popeyes and acting like a nigga? Like it'll be weird. You know what I'm saying? But then again, it's why would Tiger do that? You feel me? So it was stupid of him, and he's whack as fuck. By the way, he's so trash, and he's a child molester. I don't know if y'all remember.
Right.
That.
Right.
Yeah, he's a child molester. He had sex with Kendall. What's her name? Not Kendall. Kylie Jenner. He's a child molester, and his other baby mama's a slut whore. You know what I mean? Black China. So I mean, what women has he even been with?
He got caught with a tranny, right? It was a tranny.
He sure did get caught with a tranny.
He pulled a Teddy Penny right?
Yeah, he sure did.
You mentioned right. What would it be like if it was the other way around? Though there was a Colombian reggaeton singer that did this video right here, and the black community got outraged, and they demanded that this video be taken down. You know what I mean? So here's the image.
Let me see. This is Bad Bunny.
I don't know what his name is. It was like they use it, like as to show, like how, like.
Let me see. You play the video?
It's just
so what is he doing though? What does that say in Spanish? Video de la caña. What does that mean?
So video of the song, Perra. The name of the song is Perra.
Dog.
Female dog.
Female dog. He got two black women.
Yeah, on leashes on all fours.
Okay, so the female dog, the black woman is a bitch. And the song is called Better. And what is he like? What is the lyric that he said? Like, what's those comments in Spanish?
Era lo mínimo, imbeciles. So people are coming at him. This people coming at him.
These are Hispanic people.
Yeah.
Saying he's wrong for this.
Yeah, he's wrong for this, guy. Imbeciles hay por doquier. Excelente noticia. De paso, debiera retirarse también. So they're telling me he should retire. Because it's dumb.
But that's what they probably feel about Tiger.
Oh,
Tiger ain't made a good song in a minute, bro. You know what I mean? But the one thing, like I would like to say this though, before we go, and I want you to finish it off though, is that's what he was trying to do was divide us, and that's what I looked at it is. And,
right. Okay.
You know what I mean? And I you know how Mexican people are glorified, the same way Judite people are glorified, man, through the ISUPK. Like if it ain't us, like give me something. If you don't mind, give me something in Mexican culture you think glorifies Mexicans.
Mexican culture that glorifies Mexicans. Yeah. I mean, how hardworking we are. You know what I mean?
I'm glad you said that because the scripture said he is hired. Right. So I'm glad you said that. But one thing, like I'm gonna say this, like one thing that doesn't glorify Mexican is what's that Jaguar shit? What's that shit called?
Oh, the Jaguar Warrior.
Yeah.
Quetzalcoatl?
Is that the Jaguar outfit?
I don't know if that's. You know who knows that? Because that guy has a break.
Okay. But I'm saying though, that's not One West. One West is he is hired. You know what I mean? Being a fucking donkey. You get what I'm saying? That's One West. Shalom. That's One West. You know what I mean? What glorifies a Judite? What a fucking panther? A fucking Black Panther? Fucking what is it?
It used to be
A pink Cadillac? No, the what glorifies a Judite is being a One West fucking soldier in the UPK. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what we're gonna glorify. We're gonna glorify Hispanics in the UPK and blacks in the UPK and Native Americans in the UPK. I'm not glorifying Geronimo. What's his name? Geronimo? I'm not glorifying. I 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 glorifying. But the point is, though, man, we're gonna glorify you, One West UPK, all the time. Work together.
That's right.
UPK together, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. One West Radio. We'll be back at y'all next Thursday. Rock in, lock in, and get clocked in. You hear me? We're gone. We see y'all next Thursday. Shalom.